sitting here alone. The baby's laying next to me, and he's so sweet. He's like 5 months old, going on 5 months old. Yeah, at the end of this month. And I was just looking at old videos of, a few months ago, of the week he was born, and so tiny, and he had little squeaks, and I just, it feels like he's still small, but he's not that small anymore. And it's our last baby, probably. It's our last baby, and I was pretty sure I wouldn't feel this way until much later, but it's a good thing he's our last baby. It's a really good thing, but at the same time, he's been such a gift, and I've enjoyed motherhood so much. All the hard days never seem to quite outweigh the beauty of it. But in the video that I was watching, he was squeaking and holding me with his tiny little hands wrapped around me. And then I'm cooing at him, and he's, being wonderful, and then I look at the camera and I said, don't forget how hard this was. And it just brought me back. There's been some really hard times, mainly on my body. A mother's mind and a mother's body hurts, and it breaks in two so that it can be rebuilt and be stronger than before, but there's nothing like that break, and it hurts so bad in the moment, and then for quite a while after. Sometimes it hurts getting to that break. A lot of times it hurts getting to that break. So I just wanted to remind you of how hard it is. That when you get pregnant, you can feel lost, and you can feel like it was done to you, and like you don't know which way to go, how to move forward with the information. You feel scared, you feel trapped. Sometimes. These are all sometimes. You feel a loss of control. More than anything, you're just scared. And then you grow, and your body grows, and the pain, the physical pain, the back, the knees, the legs, the head, the headaches, the emotional stuff, your body hurts so bad, and you're just learning to accommodate this child growing inside of you. And that's all that seems to matter to anyone else, to nature. That's it. That's all you are anymore. And that loss of self is one of the hardest things I've ever experienced. The things I want to do, my body just won't let me do. I give up my horses for a solid year for each baby, and I've had 3 babies in 3 years, so I've had very little of the things that I waited my whole life to get. I waited till I was 29 years old to get my first horse, and then I had to give it up because I was pregnant, and it was too dangerous, and I was too tired. Oh my God, so tired. I was so tired. I've never felt tired like that until I was pregnant. And migraines and throwing up, and and you cry. By the time you're like 7 months along, you're just crying. Ugh, so uncomfortable. And again, you feel so trapped, and you feel so fat. Oh my God. And you never, 3 babies in, I'll never get my body back the way it was, ever, I'm sure. And I may be hot someday, but I don't know if I'm going to look like that again. And that's a big loss of self. And then you have to lose, when there's a baby here, or at the end of the pregnancy, and for the rest of the time that the baby's around, for years and years, and say it was 3.5, and it's still a complete self-sacrifice most of the time for her. Well, that's not true. A lot. And you just lay down your comfort in your mental space and your emotional and physical space for these children. You give it all. And if you don't, You're afraid of being accused of being a bad mother, and I mean, nothing about you really matters to anyone but you. Again, if you're lucky to have a supportive husband, then it may matter to him, but yeah, the self-sacrifice is intense. And I've sacrificed a lot for a lot of people, but nothing like my children. And the marriage problems, the times you feel so stuck in your marriage, or maybe you feel stuck in improving it because you have these children, and it holds you back from doing all of that. It hold you back from a lot of things you want to do. And labor, I love it, but the last one was really tough, pushing him out. Megan, don't forget, you pushed for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Your third baby. You stared your midwife in the eye and you begged her to remind you to not do this again. It hurt. Don't do it again. No matter how tiny and squeaky they are, don't do it again. The world doesn't need more of our children. It needs us to raise the ones we have beautifully and wonderfully, strongly. It requires us to, we need to be putting more energy and effort into building the world the way it is, not getting more children a possibly incredibly shitty future. So, it's been hard. Oh, and Megan, do not forget the fear of the labor this third time. Remember when you watched Adira's birth video 2 days before you gave birth to Uriel, and you were fucking terrified? Do you remember? You were horrified at your birth video, and you always loved it, so you were horrified. You were terrified because it was coming on you. It was coming upon you. You're getting older, girl. Your knees hurt, girl. Don't do it again, girl. So, he was tiny, he was squeaky, so was Adira, so was Selah. Those moments were beautiful and precious, and you took all that video and pictures so that you can remember it again and again. But maybe that's the bad thing, because I look at Uriel now, and he's still so little. He's 5 months old. He's so little. But you're sad that he's not a week old. But when he was a week old, you were in love with him, but uncomfortable and cramping and in pain and sore and scared of the future and scared of the future for your marriage and your life, and you didn't know where anything was going to go, and 5 months later you're in a completely different situation. So just know that you can be done. You can grieve that time. It's okay to grieve it. It's even good to grieve it, and then let it go and move on to the next beautiful phase of your life. So for me, that phase is horses. You get to go love on your horses almost any time you want, as long as you got a sitter. That's amazing. You didn't have that for 3 years, basically, because you physically couldn't do it. Sitter or not, you could not do it. And you were so sad. You were devastated about it. Don't forget how devastated you were. And you get to move on to Seattle and do your book business and do whatever hobbies you want, and you can be dangerous, and you can just live. You can just live. Oh, and you can drink and smoke. Do what you want to do, girl. Your body is your own again. So don't forget how sweet that is. And you're sitting here watching Real Housewives like a real trash basket. Enjoy your housewives and enjoy your wine and enjoy your sweet babies, and then enjoy your shitty toddlers sometimes, and enjoy your beautiful children, and chin chin to you and all that you've done, and the babies you've birthed, and the lives you've changed, and it's okay to grieve your baby making period of life. And it is even better to greet the next stage of whatever lies ahead. So, I love you, Megan. You've come a long way. It was really hard getting here. So just don't forget to love yourself as much as you love your babies. And as much as you try to love everybody else, love yourself too. And now that you're done having babies, you can really work on that. So, glad I finally made this video. I've wanted to for a long time. Okay. Cheers to you, Megan. And cheers to you, to any other mamas watching this.